If you watch this all the way through, you will learn how to rewrite your entire reality. Here's the thing that nobody in the content business wants to actually say. Strategy is the last thing that matters. But the creators that y'all see disrespectfully stacking on these apps, every video, every launch, every post hits. Baby, it's not the niche, it's not the editing, it's not that she's prettier than you because you're gorgeous. There is a 500-year-old yogic system that says you're not just one person, you are 10 bodies, bestie. And when I mapped it into the psychology as to why people actually buy, it changed everything for me. Stay with me, bestie, because we are going to dive all the way into content psychology, the ancient ritualistic. Why does the best content always come out of nowhere? That is the question that this entire video is really answering. Let's go. Two creators with the same hook, same format, same trending sound. One blows up, the other one doesn't. Why is that? It has nothing to do with the algorithm being unfair, but it has everything to do with energy, my love. I don't know why my camera is like this. There we go. Strategy is what you do, but energetics is who you are whenever you do it. There are 10 bodies, 1 physical, 3 mental, and 6 energetic. When they're in balance, your content is effortless. People feel you before they even understand you. King of Cups, you romantic, you emotionally resonant. That's the type of thing that when they are out of balance, and this actually came out in reverse initially, so that might be where you are, you can literally feel like you're doing everything right, and growing feels like you're pushing a fucking boulder. Real quick, if you came here for the tactical stuff, I know this is a slight vibe shift, but stick with me. This is literally the most important thing that I've ever shared. And it's pretty much the secret Krabby Patty formula for how I was able to go from 5 jobs working in grad school a year ago to making multiple 5 figures every single month from my content. We're gonna lock in. Before strategy, before niche, before content creation and trying to get a viral video, there's a spark of you that existed before that. The creator inside of you that's been dying to get to the limelight, right? And that is called your soul body. When you have a strong soul body, you create from the heart. Weak, you're in your 2 of Swords energy and you create from your head. And your audience can feel the difference. Think about the last thing that you posted that did the best. I would bet money you didn't overthink it, you didn't script it, storyboard it, run it through 5 different drafts. Something moved and you hit post before you could talk yourself out of it. 10 of Pentacles energy here, abundance, your creativity, your spark, knowing that the fruits of your labor will always be harvested and you're going to reap the benefits of your reward. Being in your high frequency, receiving divine timeline era. That was your soul body. Remember, strategy is what you do, energetics is who you are when you do. Then you have your 3 mental bodies, and most creators go lopsided on one. First thing, you have your negative mind, which is the 6 of Swords energy, right? This is your objection handling. This is you leaving behind what doesn't serve you. This is your discernment. Here's what happens if you don't act type of content. If it's used well, it provides clarity. If it's used badly, you seem absent, right? You seem naive, or if it's overused, then you're gonna read as desperate, as fishing for compliments, as wanting people to give you your comeuppance, your flowers for being on the journey, and that's never the energy we want to be, right? Then Devil in reverse, you have your positive mind, right? Devil, I know that's scary, but when we're letting go of patterns and we're actually letting go of toxicity, of temptation, it's a very beautiful card in the reverse. And a lot of times in order to grow, we have to let go. So this is your expansion energy. These are your testimonials, your results, your look what's possible, right? Whenever you're on the other side of the pain points that your video posed to begin with. Watch my sales psychology video and that'll all make a ton more sense. Most creators live here entirely and it converts okay, but not great because you haven't given their discernment something to hold on to, right? And then you have the neutral mind. Queen of Wands energy, right? When you just is the shit, there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? You're locked in, it is what it is, things flow to you, and you're not having to overthink so much about how things come to you. This is the one that nobody talks about, but it is actually the most powerful. It is the meditative mind. No agenda. It just sees. Content from here doesn't sound like your truth versus someone else's. It sounds like the truth. Queen energy, baby. They gonna follow you anywhere. This is like peak cult following energy. And also, if you know manifestation quantum alignment, my love, this is the epitome of detaching because you know it's already on the way. That is why people share it. Here's why the best content comes out of your neutral mind. Here's why your best content actually comes out of nowhere. Your neutral mind here has been quietly cataloging every comment, every conversation, every pattern, right? And then one day it drops in the shower. That is body 4 activating. The neutral mind speaks once. It's pretty much like downloads from the divine. Your body is a vessel for the divine to receive what you need in order to grow your community and make the positive impact that you need to elevate your frequency and their frequency. Read The Creative Act by Rick Rubin if you haven't. But because this neutral mind only speaks once, you want to post it before the negative mind talks you out of it. Right? And when you do that, you'll find yourself never running out of content ideas and truly connected to the needs of your community. Understand that content is solving problems. Sales is solving problems. And now you've just set up your content to actually start to sell. Boom, baby. Then you got your Tower card, right? And this actually leads us to our 5th energy body. A lot of people are like, why aren't my manifestations working? And I'm like, well, what are you doing, right? What are you doing to get your manifestations to come through? And then they always have this big Tower moment, this internal shift with their entire life where, oh my goodness, I'm not working out. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not taking care of my vessel, right? I'm not taking care of my vessel, which is our physical body. Energy body number 5, our physical body, holds the energy of the teacher, which is what the Tower does. It knocks down everything that in your life that is not supposed to be there and allows you to see the opportunities and the lessons that you need to take in order to get to the next level of your highest expansion, right? Towers are beautiful cards because look at that. We get to rebuild after that. This energy body relies on you being the one who has actually lived what you are teaching. The imbalance here looks like hoarding or waiting until you're credentialed enough or waiting until you feel like you're ready. That launch you keep ideating on and manifesting and keep almost doing, that is an energy body number 5 block, and it calls for wrecking all of the almost and you overdoing instead of overthinking. This body heals by teaching, and the creator heals by creating. This might be you right now, which brings me to energy body number 6, where you're wondering why people are scrolling before you even get to the point. You can't seem to hold attention. All you're doing is focusing on all of your flops and not actually taking a moment to focus on the 2 cups still standing. What can you still move toward whenever you stop looking at everything you've lost and actually look at everything that you've gained? Picture a halo ear to ear over your crown, right? That is your arc line. That is your electromagnetic broadcast before you even say one word. So if you're worried about spilled milk and your broadcast is, I don't belong here, things aren't working for me, somebody please like me, then people are going to scroll past you because you don't believe in yourself. Energy conviction is everything whenever it comes to actually being able to stop that scroll. So your arc line is your hook, not the text of your hook, but the feeling that somebody gets in the first 3 seconds of watching your video. This is before your brain even processes anything. This could be your thumbnail too. It could be your opening frame, your eyes. If you have a strong arc line, people are going to lean in before they even know why. If you have a weak arc line, right, then people are going to scroll away before they even know why. This is why I always tell people to use my angel method, which conveniently goes here as well. My 1-1-1 method. Whenever you're doing talking head videos, you want to speak to one person about one problem and give one clear set of solutions. When you do that, you use Cialdini's and psychology specificity paradox, and you also allow people to form unity around that singular idea. The more specific you get, paradoxically, the more universal it feels for your ideal audience. That's how you get a viral video, because you literally feel like a guardian angel on somebody's FYP. You're welcome. Then, my loves, you have your aura. And your aura is your field, your community. If you have a strong aura, people want to follow you. They want to belong to your world and everything that you have built and created. They want to see the world the way that you have seen. Viral Besties Club isn't just a name. It's an aura structure. You give people a chance to say, I'm a part of a club. That's my club. Your comment section is your aura made visible. treat it that way, right? That's how you actually reap the fruits of your labor and actually get people loving you, loving your tribe, loving all the hard work that you do, the energy that you put out there, and actually recognizing you for the star that you are. Treat things that way. Bestie, I'm sensing some of us might have some burnout issues because body number 8 is the pranic body, right? Prana is life force. If you have a depleted life force, right, 2 of Swords in reverse, you are a burnt out, depleted creator. And obviously, a depleted creator leads to depleted content. Let me be so real with you. Rest is productive. And if you want to look at it in terms of likes and clicks and being obsessed with the dopamine hit, because I understand it's designed for us to be obsessed with all of that, right? If you have depleted content, low energy content, people are going to sense that. You can have the best hook in the world, and if your energy's off, it's still going to feel off to your audience, and then they're going to scroll. The fix: breathe before you film, right? Actually take a moment to lock in, to ground yourself, to remind yourself that you are the icon, the star that you are, but actually take 5 minutes to breathe. For real, not a formality. Do an exercise. And if you're a coach or somebody selling digital products online and every single video feels like make or break it for your sales, remember, they're not just buying a course. They are buying proximity to your auric field. Body 9, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, this is your subtle body, right? This one might feel a little bit difficult to balance and to really tap into if you notice that you're having blocks in all of the other energy bodies. Again, this is your frameworks, your pattern recognition. For me, this would be like my viral trinity, where I'm talking about how you need the SEO, you need the iconic branding, and you need passive virality, or it might be my identity stack when I always talk about you need to build the identity first before you even thinking about building a content strategy. Because how are you marketing your brand, your personal brand, your identity if you don't know what that identity is, babe? These are the things that you don't invent in an hour at a laptop trying to be clever, but that you actually perceive over years of work that came to you. That is body 9 made visible. So those things that you've done for years that make you, I feel like in the past you felt like you had to perfectly balance going in between, making content that sounds like you and then making content that's valuable. And now with this 2 of Pentacles in reverse, you found this beautiful harmony, right, of letting it be a little more you sometimes, letting it be a little more teachy sometimes, depending on what your audience needs and what you also need for your own content expression and building your brand ultimately too for your goals. I love that for you. Moving on to body number 10. The Hanged Man, going back to our lesson at the beginning of the video. This is what that creator who we're all obsessed with, who seems to just be launching, getting $1 million launches all the time, has. The one who just prints. It's all of the other 9 bodies fully expressed, where you can fully tap into learning as you go, getting stronger as you go, improving as you go, becoming the creator who understands the meaning, the name of the game, which is assess, adjust, and evolve, right? Whenever it comes to being able to fail fast and upward in 2026 and grow fast and upward. It doesn't push or persuade, it draws, right? Clients appear. It doesn't chase, it attracts. Your content is getting shared by people who've never seen it before. You open the app and you feel like you already belong there. It doesn't negotiate, doesn't shrink, doesn't discount. It creates. It increases. And it trusts that what's meant to land will always land. Your content is a demonstration of your consciousness. So with all of this, so your soul is your authenticity. Your mental trio now, that is your persuasion architecture. That's how you get people in the door. Your physical body, number 5, is your consistency. The arc line is your hook. Aura is your community, that cult following that we're building. Your pranic is your generosity. Subtle is your frameworks.
Not me editing this back. Have such bad luck with YouTube videos, which is why I'm just like, let me just get one hot hoochie out, okay? Editing it back, whole end cut off. So yeah, subtle is your frameworks. Your radiant body is your magnetism, okay? And the gap between where you are and where you want to be, Pookie, it's living in the energy bodies that you're not activating, that are blocked, that you don't want to touch. And a lot of times that comes from like visibility wounds, fear of being seen, not being able to ever have a safe space emotionally where you felt like you were accepted. And so thus, the act of literally posting on social media feels like a death to your nervous system. It feels freaking terrifying, right? All of these different things that we can address through shadow work, and obviously we will be continuing to address as we mix the energetics and the content strategy for quantum leaping through content over here at the Viral Besties Club. So this one was a little bit more woo-woo, more neuroscience-y, try to speed through it so you can pay attention. Gandhi calls it discovering within yourself and within others, which I just think is freaking beautiful, especially if you know you're here to build a movement and not just a following, babies. So if that's something you want to do, or even do it one-on-one, then make sure you head down to the description. There's tons of ways that you can work with me. I also have a 30-day viral frequency challenge starting August 1st, a social currency collective starting, and of course you can work one-on-one with me via Quantum. Let's keep quantum leaping through content. I love you. Welcome to the Viral Besties Club. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss no more. All right. I hope this recorded. Oh, I didn't have my fucking microphone, so it's gonna sound different.